had no time to prepare jokes, so into the game we go. Previously, the party has left for the village of Aslets, where the Archangel Ruberus wanted them to investigate the magical field that happens there and find out what happened to the villagers. On the way there, you have met with a relocating family with a cart of goods, and that were being harassed by the bandits, who you have promptly either dispatched or intimidated into hopefully becoming more lawful citizens.
Yeah, sure.
And after doing a little bit of charity work, you parted your ways. You arrive to Aslets only to see that seemingly the village is overgrown with quartz crystals. Very soon understanding that those crystals were previously living beings that lived in this village. You saw the giant high crystal in the center of the village that spoke to all of you at once in hundreds of voices that seemed to have recognized Ardas as yet another secret got revealed to the party. The crystal asked to help it, to join it, or to give it peace, the quiet. It explained to you that the yellow man was underground. He promised them, but he never fulfilled his promise. So after much debilitation and democratic vote, you dive deep into this lair, finding what seemed to have once been a hidden laboratory with living quarters and common rooms. And in the center of it, a terrible room that had holding cells for experiments and a surgical room, and the yellow man who promptly closed himself in a room. Before you managed to stop him, a couple terrible floating white albino creatures with eyes appeared and attacked you. And as a result of the fight, Traeger managed to quickly murder the man in yellow. One of the eyed creatures was killed, and the other one was polymorphed. You investigated the room, finding various letters encrypted in the same language. That's letters between Green Scolopendra and Oka. You found blueprints of something called the Arc Bracer, and sketches depicting the experiments and crystals in various states. You've spent the last polymorphed hour trying to attune to this Arc Bracer, hoping that it controls the creatures and will allow you to make sure you don't have to fight them. Or whatever you want to do with them. I don't know. So, as far as I remember, we are catching up right at the end of this hour. You always have just attuned to the bracer.
I think it's like one round the snail turns back into the creature, and the next round I attune, basically. Something like I started immediately after, basically.
Sure. By the way, for everyone who's on the map, delete your tokens and replace them because I have adjusted the colors and the position of HP bar.
May I ask how we delete?
Select.
Just select
the
it.
delete button.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so sure, you will do that soon. So the question is, what positions do all of you assume in preparation for the unpolymorphing?
Well, I definitely have told everyone that it's going to happen any second now, and that they should get in place wherever they want to be. So I assume Trego will be next to the door.
How interesting. Real world time, September 9th. In game time, September 10th. But 1 year ago.
Nice. Someone delete Trego's token and put the new one in.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, you are the paladin now.
Oh, you're right. He has full HP. I remember.
He's done fuck all in the last game, that's why.
I remember.
Are we good?
I think so.
All right. So, with those being your positions, I would like everyone to roll initiative. And don't forget to roll for the paladin.
Oh. Open sheet.
Yeah, you need to have both of them open.
No, I had his open.
Weird.
Okay, that second one was actually Tragus.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm serious. I'm actually serious.
You turn on all those and nameplate when he, posts something. It should be somewhere in the options. So we put a lot.
Wait a sec.
We don't trust Jen.
Yeah, use that one
I
I'm
don't-
applying. Add character name to tags. There he is.
All right.
Done? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
I had the robot error one.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
So-
he has the same saving throws as I do.
Let's see. So Pip is first at 14.
Why am I?
And then there is Carles and Salam.
I'm
and,
second with a 9.
Laura and Trigger is 2.
Great initiative, guys.
We're doing well, guys.
Okay. So, first things first. The creature unpolymorphs, turning into its full form within this room. It seems this time it's a little bit less disoriented, having once experienced this already.
Mhm.
But, well, the door is locked. So it just observes everyone.
But it doesn't use a secret hole we didn't know about, which is
And
nice.
slowly detracts the tentacles into its body as it hovers right over here.
Is it just a little ball now?
Yes,
Just a little
it's
ball.
literally a little ball with an eye.
It's not cute, Jen.
So cute.
And it's your
Mhm.
turn, Pip. And let's turn the
Why
music
so
on.
cute? I'm gonna ready a banishment. If it tries to attack Trago, I'm gonna cast banishment on it.
Alright. Alice? Well, you're doing your stuff. You're still tuning. Sam.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold turn as well. So if this comes out of the room, I'm going to hiss this.
You're
with-
doing what?
If it comes out of the room,
The second part.
I'm going to hit it with a flame strike.
Okay, because I understood something,
Yeah,
different.
he's gonna kiss it.
Yeah, that's what I
No, well, I was kind of like making up my mind. I was mumbling while I was saying this.
Yeah. It does. Well, it technically does have quite a few mouse, whatever. Melora, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hold an action as well. If it attacks Trego, haste.
Alright. And what's Trigger doing?
Oh boy.
He's just readying to just smack it if it comes through the glass for some whatever reason. If it phases through the glass.
Because I'm pretty sure it can go through walls. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that? It fucking ran out at us already, if it could. Probably. Right?
It's a big thing with tentacle mouths on the ends of its tentacles.
Yeah, and?
Don't want to prepare for everything? I mean, you
No,
can
no,
go
I
through
just
walls,
mean I don't-
Drago can go
my-
through walls,
I
can
just
go
mean-
through walls.
What about snaring strike, Jen? root it in place in case it moves.
Okay. Yeah.
You'd
good idea.
have to hit it first, and it's on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
If it comes
Okay.
through the wall. Or door.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about paladins.
No, you're good.
All right.
I didn't even know
Simply
that was a
attack
thing.
twice, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sometimes
I
you
guess.
smite.
I guess we just hold attack if it charges.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Seeing as the door is closed, and there's glass in the way, and there are no holes in the walls that it can use, the creature continues floating behind the door, expecting something.
Cool.
Good creature.
Move up to there.
New round. Pip. Anything new you want to do?
Nope.
And
And I'm
Arvis-
dropping banishment because that was a wasted spell slot. Yay.
Yes, that's a waste of spell. And by the way, it's a waste of haste and it's a waste of flame strike.
Yep.
You have spent those spell slots.
Wait,
Um,
even if it's the next turn, can you not constantly hold this?
No. If
Either
if you're concentrating on the spell, but you have already cast it, if the trigger doesn't happen and you don't cast it, I mean, you can cast Flame Strike somewhere else, but you're gonna-
Okay, so if you're holding something that comes back to your turn and that thing hasn't happened, then
Yes.
you lose. Oh,
There was a
Yes.
very recent errata on that as well, I think.
Was
Right?
it? Never
Yeah,
mind.
the newest errata had basically this in it that you lose all of those actions once your new turn starts. That it's just lost. So it's-
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, you will know now.
Mhm.
Now I do.
It's a great
So,
lesson.
With people still waiting, Alice, you
Mhm.
are now attuned.
I don't get even the slightest feeling of what it could do, right? We're not doing that.
So it's on your hand, on your arm,
Mm.
and you feel you're attuned with it. You're sure about that. And last time you attuned to an item, you felt it as well, but it was an item. This one, it feels... in a way, it feels like an extension of your arm. You feel your energy, whatever it is, freely flowing through the bracer. But as to what it can do, you have no bloody idea, because you were the one who asked me not to tell you everything an item does.
I'm well aware of what I asked for.
But you have it.
Well, looks like it's not getting out, but I don't think... Well, I'll try. Hey, creature, if you follow what this armband says, fly back towards the back wall? Maybe?
Question mark?
Question mark? No, it's gonna fake us out and do it, and then it's gonna attack when we open the door.
Yeah, right?
I think I think we'll have to kill it anyway, right? So
Why?
I don't.
Wait.
Let's see if it listens.
Yeah, we could try to tame it like we did Ralph.
Why do we have to kill it if it's not harming anything?
Oh, you mean apart from when the other one was eating all of us, like a little
When
while ago?
Some crazy dude in a yellow cloak told it to? You don't know that it's hostile.
And you think
so,
the
since you're talking, 6 seconds has passed, it is creature's initiative again. Well, we're not doing exact initiative because there's no fighting happening, but in any case, the creature might have heard you, might not have heard you. It's definitely observing all of you. It is not changing its position.
see, it doesn't listen to what I say, so I think they just listened to their master for some other reason, not because of this bracer. So I think, look,
Okay,
we can test it. If it comes out and it attacks, then we'll have to kill it, right?
So the kids are still here, by the way. So can we just finish up whatever is happening here and get these kids out?
Yeah, we do. Do you want to leave it in there, or do you want to kill it?
Well, just make up your mind, like now, and get it done with.
Let's kill it.
If we leave it in there, it's gonna die anyway.
I don't think so.
things typically need food.
Well,
and
yes.
water.
You think the guy, the yellow mantle dude here, was all on his own, no connections whatsoever? I mean, you did see the writing that he was using,
Oh
similar
yeah.
to the one of the Grey Fart, right? So
Yeah.
the Oko connection stands, and Oko.
How about this? Do you think this creature's from another plane, or is it from here? What do you think?
Do you want me to roll a dice or a coin? Flip a coin? Because I don't know.
Because I could conceivably send it back home if it's not from here, but if it's from here, it just comes back.
We'll go ahead and try it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to banish it.
You just have to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a band luck ready, just in case.
Sure.
I'm just saying, I would like to know the natural roll.
What's the spell DC?
17. It makes a charisma saving throw.
Never mind. With a loud pop, the creature disappears.
Okay, so if
So-
it doesn't come back, then it didn't live here.
Come back when?
In a bit?
A time, Pip.
About a minute. Let's now, obviously.
Sure, we have a minute. Let's wait.
We looked through all the chests in that room, right?
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Is the door over here where this crystal is?
No,
Where?
no.
No? Okay.
It's just a crystal sticking out of the wall.
I just saw the wall is not straight, so I didn't know.
So you wait, and the rather short time passes, and with another loud pop, the creature appears back in place,
Okay,
very
that's not food.
distressed by the fact that during the last couple hours it has been twice turned into snail and then banished to whatever place it goes.
Hey, it went to a harmless dimension.
Trego, you wanna open the door and start stabbing it? Who knows, maybe these creatures are intelligent enough to actually, like, for example, if someone comes by, share it if they are the right kind of person. So maybe they actually, maybe they could tell Oko about us. So
Can
I
try
really
one
want to kill it.
Can I try one more thing?
Sure.
I'm gonna awaken mine to it.
Alright.
We don't want to hurt you, but if you hurt us, we will. If you promise you won't hurt us, we'll let you go.
I know it can't answer me, but
However, while you're talking to it, its attention definitely snaps at you and it observes you with that droopy, cute, shy little red eye.
I'm waving at it.
Which is, to be fair, is the size of your head, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, if you're okay with just leaving, how about you move away from the door toward the back of the room?
A moment passes.
Okay, I'm gonna out loud. Hey guys, it's not gonna hurt us if we don't hurt it. See how
And-
it moved?
Mm-hmm.
I asked it to move if it was okay with us not hurting it, and it was okay with not hurting us.
Now let me ask you, like, a rhetorical question in that. If you were in that situation in there, you were a murderous bastard. And these people, they promise you, yeah, they'll open the door if you promise to not do anything. What would
Yeah.
you do?
I would not do anything.
Why? You can open, if they open the door, you can maybe kill them all.
There are 5 of us. 6, including you, Sarah.
Yeah, do you see how many tentacles it has?
Actually, they're all closed into the body right now, so it's
It
not hard
has
to count.
10 tentacles.
I'm willing to take the chance.
Well, you
Who
didn't
knows?
almost die last time we fought one of these.
Well, I'll go open the door then.
Gonna move Trigger out of the way then.
I'm just gonna warn you. I'm very good at telling you I told you so. So go ahead.
Believe me, we all already know that.
A little kindness can go a long way. Let's see if it helps.
I'm gonna wake in mind again.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the door. Remember, if you hurt me, they're all gonna hurt you, and I don't want that to happen.
I love that you just booked it. Like, you just fucking right.
I have a lot of confidence in your plan. Okay.
And I don't want to hurt you, so I'm gonna open the door, okay?
I'm gonna open the door. By the way, Ysera's over here.
Okay. Alright, you open the door. It watches you for a moment. Are you still standing like inside of the door or what?
I was opening the door, so I guess.
Right. The tentacle still retract. It slowly floats your way. Pauses.
You want me to get out of the way? I'll get out of the way.
Flies over you because there's just enough space between you and the top of the door. There
'Cause
was
I'm
not
so
enough.
efficient.
Yeah, yes, there was not enough space between you and Dragobot. It and Dragobot. It had. It's
Ysera's coming over here.
whirls in place, like watching all of you. And then
I see
dashes
Mark.
upwards towards one of the multiple holes that are pestering the cave, and that they have used previously to move. Since technically this is its initiative, and it has quite a flying speed, by the time you have a chance to react, it is away from your sight.
Bye!
This thing.
Okay,
You know
let's
what?
go.
Let's go.
Kids.
Let's just
Go.
take the kids and leave right now. This is the worst.
Do you think this? Well, we never saw the man, did we?
Oh.
How do you
No,
mean?
we saw him on the other side of the glass.
Yeah, that's a glass wall there, and we
You
went
definitely
inside
saw
and
his
searched
corpse.
it. Hmm.
Yeah.
We already searched his corpse and looted it, so.
Yep, let's go.
Can I try to harvest pieces of this? I meant to do that while we were having downtime and I forgot. I'm sorry.
I would have allowed you to harvest pieces of it, except that Melora liquefied it last game.
Oh,
alright.
I didn't know that. Never
Yeah,
mind.
she-
Sorry.
It's all good.
I remember thinking that that's a convenient way to get out of us taking the material.
I didn't know. I'm really sorry.
Right
it's totally
now,
fine.
You know, like if you leave meat in the heat for a while,
Hmm.
for a
Ugh,
long
stop,
while,
Bleh.
after all the maggots are gone. That's what it is right now.
Okay, can.
Take the kids and get.
Yeah, I want to get the kids and get the fuck out of here.
Is child number 7 still unconscious, or can
The child
can
number
he or she
7
walk?
is still unconscious.
All right.
It is a he.
I'll carry him.
Listen up, little ones. We're leaving. Get up.
Right.
Come on.
The 8 and 1, Lionel and Sybil, get out from their corners. They were kind of like hugging together, and shyly move behind you as you usher them out of their cell. They give a look towards the puddle. They must have seen the battle. They know what you can do. But they seem to be just as eager to get out of here as all of you are. As cousins the kids, you retrace your steps through the hallways and get out of this underground lair and are back in the magical field in the Asolets village.
Let's just fuck off. Yeah.
I'm gonna cover the hole up again before we leave.
Yeah, good idea.
Sorry, what were we
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
cover the hole up again
Oh.
before.
Okay. Sure.
Can we just leave, please?
Yep,
yeah.
let's go.
Fuck the crystal, just take the crits and fuck off.
Alright. So, with kids in your hands, you ignore the crystal that attempts communication once again, but seemingly the only things it says right now are thank you and join us, Arlis. Don't go.
Yeah, I'm not even responding, I'm just getting the
ignoring.
fuck out.
Yes. You get back to your horses that seemingly did not feel any discomfort with their situation. Get on top of them. Luckily, the kids are small enough to get on top of, in front of your saddle without too much problem. And where do you go?
First, I would like to mention wild magic horse mounts, you know. Sounds like a great idea, you know.
No. No.
Before we leave, where is my pet?
So,
No, where's Ralph?
yeah, as you're getting on the horse, there's a rustling in the bushes, and out of them comes Ralph. And there's something stuck between his lead and his, chest body that he seems to be trying to, crush. He's crunching on it like a kid munches on a caramel candy. There's a sickening sound of creaking crystal.
Ralph, what do you have?
He freezes in place, closes the lid with whatever he's eating disappearing inside. And if he had eyes, he would be, sheepishly looking at you.
I know exactly the expression that it has right now. Oh.
Let me see.
It lowers its body and slowly moves towards you. Opens the lid.
Little bit of sap from the wood and is now leaking out from underneath it.
No. It opens the lid. Inside you see about this size crystal that has been severely cracked and damaged.
There's no damage on him, is it?
On Ralph? No, Ralph is as good as new.
They said he was immune to magic, right? From what you said, so I'm sure it'll be fine if he eats some magic crystals, right?
Erlis is just losing his shit. He's so done.
Although obviously what this crystal used to be before it became Ralph's dinner is a completely different question.
And no one cares to.
I think everyone's ignoring that question.
Wonderful.
Is it
You
chicken
just have
size?
good.
Is it
Chicken size, yes.
Yeah. Being very specific about ignoring this question, you are on your horses, and where are you heading?
The tower.
Who of us got this little... Rubius gave us the thing to, communicate with him, right?
Someone.
It was in character, actually, so...
No.
Was it me?
Let's check Trego's sheet.
I wasn't there.
No, you were there.
Was I? Last
that
session.
was before. Yeah, you weren't there you weren't there out of character, yeah, but...
Yeah. So I didn't know who I was.
Where
Sure.
do you have your stuff written, Trego?
Maybe
Is it in-
before you stumble onto something you shouldn't see, maybe we'll just assume I have it right now, okay?
No, I'm not looking at.
I see
Yeah,
magic field detector.
Yeah, that's all I see too.
Anyway, it doesn't matter who has it. We could just send him a quick message that we're coming back, right? Because he asked us to send him something after we were here. So we could tell him we're bringing some crits.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Alright, so you have 25 words.
On our way back, bringing kids.
bringing surviving kids.
From the town.
One second, I need a Word document right now.
Yeah, not really.
On way back, talk later by XOX.
Explain when we get there.
So, yeah.
TTYL.
BBZ.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Villagers that turned into quartz on our way back with kids that were experimented on. We can add a 3 in there.
Love, kisses.
Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, that's all. I think.
2 days out.
Out. Okay, yeah. We have space for that, yeah.
Or you could say ETA 2 days.
Or that.
Alright. So, as you get out of the magic field, you transmit that message and begin your return back to Risiburnia. Don't encounter any more bandits on your way back, and obviously the station is opposite. You go from no people to more and more people. About couple hours after you leave Asles, kid number 7 awakes, but he's in this feverish, half-asleep state.
Oh, actually. I have to quickly unload my, my tingly feeling.
Out of character, do you have to magically urinate again?
Out of character, yes. Because Tides is technically was still on, so let's cast a quick heal. Let's see what it searches. Oh my god.
Oh, what did you do?
So, as you feel the energy flow through your body and surge, you feel a connection to the bracer. You have a moment to select what feels like option A and option B.
Oh my god, okay, I'm rolling again. No!
What are you doing? I'm not telling you to roll again.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you that the bracer seems to be giving you mentally option A or option B, but you don't know what those options are. Or you can ignore it, obviously. You can ignore it, but you have a split moment to decide in character. Out of character, I'm giving you 10 more seconds.
Hi, card number 1.
B.
Alright. As you choose option B, you feel nothing happens to the bracer. But roll a d10 for me, please.
Oh no, I'm ruining it. No. No.
I just state that I'm very far away from Arlis at this stage.
And as Arlis is like standing there casting magic, all of you see as suddenly he starts growing smaller.
What?
He grows slightly smaller, about 10 centimeters and a bit more smaller. Wait, what? Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it's shrinking on odd.
About 13 centimeters shorter. Everything is normal about him. He's just 13 centimeters shorter. Oh, 5 inches.
1 second, I need to have a quick look at how tall he is.
I would not actually notice that because I'm so oblivious, so never mind. There was no reaction.
That's
Okay,
a
so
big change.
I go from 5'7" to 5'2",
Oh, shit.
and I am now. What is it? 13, right?
13, yeah.
I am now 162 centimeters tall.
So now he's shorter than Milora, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Interesting.
What? Why didn't the bracer do shit? I thought
Everyone,
the bracer would shrink.
but you notice that this has happened. You're not quite sure what has happened because
Okay.
you're like,
Yeah.
wait, was the ground this close before? What happened? This is strange.
Oh.
You're like, pet yourself, no eyes, no feathers, hair on you.
No fireball, no unicorn.
Arliss, would you say that people like you are in a short supply?
Oh God. Oh God.
Why?
Pitchforks?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why?
Oh, just nothing. No, never mind.
What? What just?
Real hard.
Can I detect magic?
Sure. Detect
What?
magic is-
Is there magic on him?
No. On the other hand, like that usual storm of magic inside of him has subsided to the usual normal level.
Huh?
What about the bracer? Does it have magic? Is it glowing?
The bracer is always glowing, as does his staff, as does his necklace.
Cool.
You
Hmm?
huh? That's
What?
that's weird.
What's weird? Something must have happened, but I don't see a difference. So maybe this time it was harmless. Seems good.
So back in the time there, your temper seemed pretty short. You want to tell us what
Here,
happened?
come here. Let me try this.
I grab Melora by the sleeve because I don't even think I can grab her actual wrist, and I just pull her over to him, and I kind of tug at his robes, and I stand them next to each other.
Wait.
Huh.
When?
I'm taller than you now.
Oh my, I am.
What?
Why did you shrink? I thought humans grew up, not down.
I'm pretty sure they do, but wait, were you always taller?
No?
You sure?
I don't know. I never paid attention to it, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure she was shorter. Because I thought it was nice that the two girls are the short ones, but now you're short?
Nah, it's the
By the
tree
way-
girls.
By the way, you're short because you are my actual height in real life. So welcome to being short.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of us. The short people army shall rise.
I guess at this point, Reg, like, you shrunk. Get over it. Now let's get out of here.
Oh no, Traga would be making puns right along with Salon. Let's be honest here.
Okay. You mean I physically shrunk?
Don't be so short-sighted.
Shut the fuck up, Tego.
Yeah. Aris, I guess. Finally, you drew the short straw.
Yes!
In the short term, this might be.
We're not gonna stop anytime soon.
Nope.
Maybe I should have went with A.
Oh my god.
But I think it would have destroyed if it affected the bracer instead of me. Maybe the bracer would have been unusable by now because it would have shrunk down and maybe.
Alright. Let's keep this low
Smash your
key.
hand.
Maybe nobody will notice.
Low key. Nice.
Okay, I'm ready to. Let's leave.
Don't worry, it's only a short distance till we get there.
Really, Pip. In your position, you're gonna be making the short jokes.
I kind of look at him and I tilt my head and I cast levitate. Until I'm taller than him.
What were you saying?
Watch you not short on the spells there, Pip.
Oh, don't worry. I guessed that one for free.
Fucking fly.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Telekinesis. Grab him, pull him down.
Yeah.
You'll have to roll, or I have
Yeah.
to roll.
No, you have to roll.
Is it a strength save?
Strength.
Save?
Save.
So I need a 19 or a 20, and this is gonna be fun.
As the
Come
two kids are like,
Come on!
Oh, just a couple short.
Luck. He's gonna. Nope.
Didn't work. I tried.
He
What?
comes just a little bit off the ground, but I keep myself just above him and forcing him back down.
Just like a wee bit above him.
Yes.
Do you want to turn into a snail, Pip?
Maybe some other time.
Okay, then let's leave. Stop it.
Okay, I release him, I cast it on myself, and I just kind of fly along for like 9 minutes.
With what?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
It stays active for 10, and I can change targets, including myself.
I guess you can.
Mhm.
Except though, it won't be very fast.
No, it's not fast. It's not like fly. I
There's
can only
half the
move
speed.
20 feet. Yeah, no, I can only move 20 feet.
So we're riding
20?
ahead.
It says 30 in any direction.
Oh, is it 30?
Yeah.
But
And
you
it's
have a
check,
horse.
not a save.
Yeah, I know. I'm flying on the horse.
She's just trying to show off.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just happy I can be off the ground.
Alright, whatever. So,
Yeah.
for a while there's this strange flying procession as the horses are, well, you know, in Russia we have a saying, "Bambas возок были легче," which translates roughly as, if the woman gets off the horse, it's only easier for the horse. The boy number 7. Do you do something
Yeah.
about him?
I wanted to actually do a medicine check.
Go ahead, make a medicine check. He seems to be to have a very high fever, though it's hard to say from what.
Okay. Gonna try and like throw a first level cure wounds into him. See if that does anything.
It cures whatever scratches he had, but it doesn't seem to do anything about his fever.
Okay.
Can I see if he's got a disease?
How
Oh, wait, no, I
do you wanna
can't.
go about this?
Well, I have detect poison and disease if I use one.
Do you have it prepared?
Yes, it is prepared,
Wow.
but I have to use one of my Twiggly-on charges for it.
Okay. Sure.
The alternative is Trago going full divine on the poor kid, so this is better.
So, well, it's only detecting, it doesn't do anything about it. However, you concentrate on the child and cast a spell. You've never done the spell before, and it feels strange as instead of seeing the kid like you usually do, it seems your eyesight can penetrate through his body and see what's wrong with him. Also notice, obviously, the trouble with the fever. But more importantly, you notice inside of his body. I should have opened dictionary previously. Let's call them clumps. Clumps of something wrong. And tumorous tendrils going from those clumps throughout most of his inner organs.
So, like when she quickly scans around. I
She
don't
concentrates
have those-
on one creature. She can't look
Is
at
it one
several.
creature?
Yes. Oh no, within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
I guess in that case the question is for Melora. Do you just look at the kid, or are you gonna take a look at everybody else?
Shoot, might as well check everyone else.
The other kids, at least.
Yeah, at least the other kids.
Okay. I'll check the other kids. So, the girl also has those clumps on, how should I call it? Pockets? Yeah, pockets of that something, but they are tiny compared to the boy, and there are no tendrils. Boy number 1, there are no clumps anymore. There are just tendrils everywhere. But he doesn't seem to be in pain because of it. He doesn't have the fever. That's the kids. Do you check the party?
If they want me to.
Well, if she's telling all of us that, I'm going to ask her to look at Arlen.
Sure.
You check the rest of your friends and the horses. You're all fine. You're all healthy.
I'm gonna look at the children. Were you injected with anything?
And as previously, they show you the necks that are full of pockmarks.
I'm worried. We definitely got to get them back to the tower. They might be able to find a cure for this. I don't know what it is.
You saw how they look, the ones that were like, opened. You know what they looked like inside. Did you see it?
All I saw was clumps with the some of them had tendrils.
I mean the ones back in the subterranean thing, the one that was lying on the table.
I think
She didn't see it.
Yeah, I only showed Zellum or Arla's.
If you want to tell them?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good idea. They're in.
Maybe not too. Maybe the children don't need to.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna awaken mine to Seora.
So there were crystals that were inside of the body.
What? Melora. Oh my god, I'm bad.
I know they sound similar.
Awaken
fine,
mine to
just-
Melora.
Just leave Slan out of it. That's fine. That's okay.
No, I said
One of it.
I said Seora is what I said, but
Yeah, that's what she said.
to Melora.
So there were crystals that were embedded in the body of the kid that was dead on the table. It looked like it had been growing on his internal organs. Can you tell me approximately where there are clumps in this boy? Just kind of point. I don't want to scare the kids.
You just said, I think Dan just said they were all over the body. She just points at the places on the body when she saw them.
Are they similar to where they were in the boy that was on the table? Yeah.
They're in different places, but they're all concentrated around where important squishy bits will be of a human.
Yep, that's yep.
Somewhere in a different world, in a different game, Sayori is going very pale right now.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was that?
And that's how, my friends, people become prophets.
Great.
Rogue warlocks. Rogue warlocks.
Yeah. Someone from another dimension.
Okay, well, I mean, you were able to. Do you know?
I don't know how detect poison works or detect disease. Can she tell if it's a poison or a disease or what it is?
She can. Yeah. I think she can.
Detect. You can identify the kind of poisonous creature or disease in each case. Okay, so yeah. Would she be able to direct Trago to use lay on hands to go full divine on this kid?
She could try.
Yeah, let's try it. So, where's his... I don't want to open up anything. Spoiler on his sheet.
You just have to detract. Basically, usually it's 5 points of lay on hands equals removing 1 poison or disease.
Yeah,
So
that's what it is.
if it's a normal disease, that's what you have to do.
Okay.
Normal.
And he's got 45 lay on hands, so we'll spend 5, I guess.
15, 3 kits. Or like you can test on one, I guess.
Yeah, test it
Yeah,
on the one
just
first.
Yeah.
Don't heal the other.
On which one are you testing?
The unconscious one.
He's conscious now.
Well,
Oh, he is conscious?
he's semi-conscious. He's delirious, basically.
Fever dream.
All right.
Yeah, we'll test it on him first.
Sure. Traeger walks up to the boy, lays on his hands carefully, and lets the divine magic flow through the body of the boy as you observe. You almost immediately stop Traeger, but not before you see the tendrils activate and grow perceptibly longer.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I've had a toss.
they react to the magic.
Yeah, they do.
Voice the toss.
Okay. You're the only one that saw that, Melora.
Alright, sorry, I was writing it down in my notes.
Did it work? What happened?
No, it got worse.
Worse?
The tendrils grew. I think they react to magic.
Well, you did see what happened before he passed out, right? Where he almost fireballed himself and whoever was standing close enough, mostly probably almost all of you, until I stopped it.
Do you think that's the way he was controlling him? Or...
Oh no, he wasn't controlled. He had no control over that part.
Hmm.
I think someone has a very good idea, or a much better one than I have, of how I got my powers, and was trying to replicate it with on these kids here. But apparently it's different if you don't see anything on me but see something weird about them. Anyway, that was one of... I've fireballed myself before, so...
Here's a theory. The injection was given. Maybe it cleared the tendrils from your body.
Do we see any poke holes in this boy's neck?
All of them have it, yeah. And to be honest, it's hard to see them because all the children still have the collars around their necks.
It doesn't make much sense though, because if that were the case, why wouldn't he be feeding it to these little kids he wants to make into sorcerers or whatever?
Because maybe they have to go to a certain stage with the tendrils before the cure can be administered.
I don't think so.
But anyways,
Not much to do except let them be watched, right?
Is it poison or disease, Dan?
Laura thinks it's disease. She doesn't know what disease it is.
Okay.
so does somebody want to explain like what happened with magic in that place? Because I ended up hitting myself with one of my spells. I don't do that. That I normally leave that to Arliss. That doesn't normally happen to me.
I take it you haven't visited a magical field before.
No.
Yeah, drawing on the powers of those is dangerous. Very dangerous. Last time we were deep in a cavern and a spell Pip cast
That's not
came
playing
back
fingers.
as a gigantic explosion when we were already 2 hours out. We could still hear it. No?
That's not what happened.
The firewall thing that came out.
The first explosion were the explosive charges that the dwarves set up.
Yeah, no, that one. But afterwards
The
there was
second
like
one was the normal hellish rebuke, just
Yeah,
delayed
that's-
in time.
Normal? It's filled
It
the
was
entire
normal.
cavern.
No.
Okay, I have this description differently in
I
mind.
mean,
Okay.
it was like a column of fire that filled whatever usually hellish rebuke fills, which is a relatively big spell, but...
Okay.
So maybe an FYI next time, guys. Go into a magical field. Don't
Or-
use the magic because
or-
it might hit you.
Or maybe next time, there's this big unexplained power, don't just draw on it without asking first. It goes both ways.
Well, when we're doing magic and attacks and doesn't seem to be killing the thing that's wrapped around me, I'm gonna do whatever I can.
And hit
When you
yourself.
hit
in the
yourself?
face.
We went to the same joke, just different ways.
I mean, I tapped into it before and I didn't have a problem with it, so I don't know why. Maybe it just didn't agree with you. Maybe it's like eating bad food. Did you eat some bad pork before you went in?
Nope.
Did you eat some bad magic before you went in?
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm sorry, but considering that it is a big magic source that's far bigger than anything that we can possibly understand, maybe using it isn't the best of ideas. Just in general.
Yeah, I refrained from drawing on them as much as I can.
I know that now. It'd been nice to know that before I went in, is all I'm saying.
I'm not saying you have to stop. It's just that's the risk that you take when you deal with, powerful things.
In your own words, it was fate for you to find out this way.
Ugh.
Maybe
Hey,
luck
not
wasn't
my
on my
word.
side.
Yeah, that's what I would say, yeah.
Maybe I should have got a couple of stupid coins and flipped them up into the air and see what happened.
Hey, I didn't hit myself with a spell. I'm okay.
This time.
Yeah, this time counts, right? This is what we're talking about right now.
Meanwhile, Trago's just trying to treat the boy. He's trying to bring the fever down. Like cold water or something.
Oh, hey, Sloan, you have that water jug, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you can we keep the boy with you on your horse and we can just, you can keep, changing his, we could put a cold cloth on his head and keep changing it out and hopefully it brings down the temperature a bit? We keep him out of the sun?
Yeah, I'll take
I've
her.
learned nothing from Victor. I thought the whole point of that was that you'd learn to, treat people without magic, so go ahead.
I knew that before I met Victor, actually. I spent years.
Hmm.
Some of us actually have skill.
I spent years getting proficiency in this degree. I'm in debt, and it's useless now. I'm an adventurer. So, you continue to travel, and throughout the whole 2 days that it takes you to return to Sibernia, and you, by the way, will be back there on the 10th, 11th, the morning of 12th September, about let's say 10 in the morning. Throughout all of the time, while the awake children seem to be slowly getting stronger, just from getting more food and sleep and water than they were getting before, that semi-unconscious boy continues being in that state. It's hard to tell whether it's deteriorating or getting better, but it's obvious that whatever you did is not enough to restore him. But at the morning of 12 September, the white tower appears on the horizon as you rush towards it and through the surrounding town and into the octagon itself. It seems that the message sent has been received, for you are almost immediately welcomed by matron Ursa and her servants, who take the horses off your hands and start caring for them. Seeing the kids and their condition, Ursa guides you towards what looks like the
Evocation.
I'm just lamenting how much English is failing me today. Towards the medical wing, and while the
Can I give them like a quick warning while we're walking there? Basically, that this kid almost fires a bolt himself before, so maybe having someone in attendance that could potentially, counter spells would be a great idea, or he might blow up the hospital wing that he's in.
make me an insight check.
They already know.
They listen very attentively to you, and they nod as the nurses and whoever there is start taking care of the kids. Like they're okay kids, just mostly bandaging up and like selling the body, checking them out. The feverish kids just get basically put into bed, and there are a lot of people rushing around him, but Ursa calms it down and says that don't worry, we have very extensive experience with treating magical related diseases. They have a lot of students that don't always succeed at casting spells, so they know exactly what to do, and that their counselor will want to see you as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Yep.
Before we do that, I need to roll something.
The fireball comes out of the sky and blows.
Yeah, right.
No, he's rolling for how long it takes that other thing to tell Oko what happened.
So paranoid.
By now,
Fire.
Yes.
You're
The
assuming you can
fireball actually-
You
communicate
see
at all.
the baby sorcerers you tried to make where I was born? Hello?
Fireball actually comes from the kid.
Yeah, right. While we're talking to the guy, just there's a giant explosion outside.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't remembered my fucking magic surge.
By the way, before we go on, I would like to remind you that out of character mechanically, I did warn you that some of those things on your table can be removed with great restoration.
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny because on our way here, I assume we slept, and I actually have greater restoration.
But
prepared.
in
You're
character,
not asking for it.
in character, A, you don't know that that's what is needed. B, you do not have diamond dust worth at least 100 gold.
And see how I can cast it even if I have.
He wouldn't cast it. Let's be honest.
A
Maybe.
second. I
But-
want my cat to disapprovingly look at you.
But
Where's
that's
the cat?
yet another reminder to all of you about what kind of things you don't have, and if your spell components has an actual cost next to it, you need to buy that shit.
Question.
Yeah.
If the spell doesn't say that it consumes it, like I noticed some of my level 5 spells say it actually consumes what it
Yes.
costs. Do you still keep it, like, say, for Mass Cure Wounds, it just says 50 gold's worth of ruby dust. Do you have to cast, like, if I was casting it 3 times, 150 gold each?
No, those. If it doesn't say consumes, then you keep the component. You just need to have it.
Yes.
Yes!
Basically
Okay.
what he said, but I don't see that component on Muscular Wounds.
It isn't?
No, it's free. Muscular Wounds.
Yeah, it says components.
No,
ruby dust
ruby
worth
dust
50
worth
gold.
50 gold. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all
Strange.
my level 5 spells pretty much require it.
In the player's handbook, Mass Cure Wounds does not have a material component at all.
Okay.
Don't trust whatever components you drag from the database on Roll20. It's
Yeah, don't
almost
trust
never
Roll20.
right. It's almost never
Okay.
right.
Oh,
Check in Player's Handbook or somewhere else.
oh, okay, thank you.
It usually does things right, but I especially notice that it's wrong with components.
Okay.
Yeah,
including,
most of the time.
including just having wearable somatic and material components.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? I noticed it's grayed out. It's written there, but it's grayed out.
Yeah, it's grayed out.
It
it's
doesn't have a
example.
material
Yeah,
component.
yeah.
It's fine.
Awesome, thank
Like
you.
Chen said.
Great Restoration has and consumes resurrection
Diamond.
spells mostly have and consume. They're like, for example, if users identify requires 100 gold barrel, it does not consume it. You just need to have it.
Mhm.
So you still
But
have
then-
to get it, but
Holy shit! Who gets meteor swarm? Jesus, you get meteor swarm at level. Fuck. Sorry, I have the player's handbook open now, and I saw that spell, and I just kind of.
Okay, I'm not
Yep.
taking it
Why?
because there's a wish.
Oh, you make an excellent point.
Even better spell, you know.
Yeah, you make a good point. Jesus.
so we'll do that.
Let's go visit Rubius, I assume, right? We don't really have anything else to do in that regard.
Afterwards, I like to see if I can find a focus.
Yeah, you'll definitely probably be able to find stuff, material components here, considering where we are.
You could also ask Rubius if you can buy them from them, basically.
That too. Yeah, let's
Alright.
go.
So
Does he have a new puzzle prepared for us?
Right.
You head into the tower and past the secretary, who just motions to you to go upstairs. And you take the track up the stairs, which is no fun, but at least there are no traps. And all of you once again find yourself in Rubius's lounge. Let's call it lounge. It is quite different from how it looked before. While before it was mostly prim and proper, right now it's like he's rearranging his library and half of the books are in his lounge. Half are open, half are closed, stack upon each other. Well,
It's a chaos.
it's a chaos, yes. Like, you'll struggle to find a chair that's not covered with books. And as you enter and kind of start shuffling around, not sure what to do, Rubius himself walks out of that door that changes rooms, that is currently open to the library, with a couple books in hands, and notices you, nods, like looks around, puts them somewhere. You see the stack kind of like shift a little bit but settle. Hello.
We're back.
Sooner than expected, too. They're very efficient.
Just a moment. Technical problems. Mark, can you try to say something? Strange.
I hear him.
For some reason, Selim is the only one who does not... Like, your camera is frozen for me. It's frozen for me.
My camera?
It's Selim's. Mark is okay.
I'll restart.
No.
Better?
It's not frozen for me.
Yeah,
Alright.
same.
Done.
It's okay for me now, yeah. Thank you.
Test. Okay.
This is it, yes.
So... Do you remember when you said that a god couldn't create something like me? Turns out you don't need to be a god, apparently. You just need to be some wizard. And then you take a couple of kids and you take them to a magical field and you do I don't know what exactly. And next step, you have some baby sorcerers, like the ones we delivered here.
Sit. Tell me what you saw.
Where? I don't see a chair without books.
For a moment, it seems like he's about to lose his temper. I didn't ever see him do that before. But then he just kind of like says a couple words with his hand, and books kind of like start flying close the chairs and being moved to another stacks.
Thank you.
Shows it.
I'll take a seat.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
Alright, hold on. Insight, where the fuck
How
is it? There.
appropriate. All right. Melora, you immediately notice. Actually, I'm gonna. It's complicated. Let's go for a moment back into the group, into any voice chat out there.
But my passive my passive
So, you immediately notice signs of extreme sleep deprivation. Like he hasn't slept. He has slept little or hasn't slept at all for at least a couple days. And now that you actually look, you see that he looks older than he was last time you saw him. And perhaps his... I'm trying to remember the words that I completely don't remember. Irritability? Word? Jesse? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to write down everything as you say it.
Yeah, his of course, irritability might be the result of his lack of sleep. That's what you notice.
Alrighty, thank you.
Let's go back.
that would just be funny.
If I roll a 10, I could have, yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's one of the options.
I would have grown
So,
10 inches.
That's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
so
He was about to say something, I think.
not really. He asked you to sit down.
Yeah, I'm sitting now. I said I'm sit.
May I ask, are you okay? You look very tired.
It's fine. Tell your story. Come on, just a moment.
We froze for him, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yes, hello? Yeah, we can see
Hello.
you moving.
Tell me.
Well, we went to this pretty place. The field has expanded since where it used to be. It now covers the entire village. All of the villagers were... Yes, used to be.
And you know that... How?
Oh, you know, I grew up there. Maybe. Just maybe, though.
I see. Go on.
And people and animals were turned into quartz. And in the middle of where the field used to be, there was a gigantic quartz that could communicate mentally with us. That had hundreds of voices of all of the villagers. And beneath it, there was this dungeon where a golden or yellow-robed wizard was experimenting on the kids we brought. A few more than the ones we brought. The other ones are already dead from what he tried. But one of them almost fireballed himself, so I assume he's trying to create sorcerers or something like it. Partially successful, at least. Though Melora said something about them being sick in some way.
It
that
looks
I
like...
am not. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go ahead. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I only said that I am not sick, and go ahead.
Okay, thanks. What I noticed in the children, they had clumps all throughout the inside of their body. Some of them had tendrils growing out of it. One of the little boys did not. He just had tendrils all throughout his body.
magic also makes it worse.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
We know this disease all too well. Whoever warns the villagers not to stay there. It is known as a spell plague. Usually restricted only to the spellcasters.
Out of character, is that what Pip had a long time ago?
You had spell fever.
Okay.
Sometimes our students overexert and start trying to do magic that is not within their grasp. But we know the treatment. We chastise them and treat them before it becomes too late. But inside the third level magical fields, enough time spent there will do this to anybody. You could have noticed the magical field gives limited ability to use magic to all people, even those that are born without the talent to do so. The stronger the magic, the more it's used, the longer you are submitted to it. The greater your chance to contract the spell plague, and the higher the consequences.
So, in that case, maybe he was trying to find out more about the spell plague by willingly putting it into children?
Perhaps. In a way, spell plague is emulating what your kind can do. See this as the sorcerers are sturdy enough to adapt to this magic. Their body changes and allows it to be used, while people that do not have this ability try, fail, and turn into pure magic.
I don't assume once they're in a state where they're already sentient quartz, they can be turned back, right? Great, thank you. So the most humane thing is to destroy it?
It's hard to say. While the form has changed, they do seem to retain their personality to an extent.
If you were to remove one of these crystals from the magical field, what would happen to the crystal? Would it lose its personality? Or does it retain it?
Depends on the crystal. The purer it is, the longer it will retain its magic. I am afraid, however, that in their current state, without magic to support their existence, it will slowly fade.
Well, the field is still there, so the crystals that are there will supposedly continue.
And will continue growing.
Will continue growing, too, even though there's nothing left to feed on?
They feed upon the magic itself. It will stop once they reach their limit, but the stronger the field, the stronger they will grow. And if the field dies out, so will they, with time.
If somebody knew enough about this spell plague, would they be able to extract it from a body and transfer it to another body?
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're implying.
If they were harvesting these children, so they would get spell plague, and then extract it for them, use as a weapon against other spellcasters, would that be a possibility?
Spell plague is not a transmittable disease.
Okay,
If
Okay,
that
s-
answers your question.
that's good.
So, what are the different possibilities that they were doing with those children? It could have been trying to force them to cast magic even though they can't. Could have been trying to cure spell plague. Could have been trying to incubate spell plague, make it worse. Could have been seeing the effects of spell plague while in a magical field. Although the magical field would create the spell plague, right? In a
Yes.
person?
Yes.
I don't think they were trying to extract it. That doesn't make any sense.
The villagers did say they were promised a certain thing. Doesn't mean he was planning on delivering on it, but
What if the promise was the cure?
yeah, that's what I meant.
What if Oko has spell plague? You survived being exposed to a whole lot of magic suddenly, Arles. Did he inject you with something or pull stuff out of you? Do you
From what I
remember?
remember, injected.
But I didn't notice anything with him when I checked the children.
Yeah.
Unless it's too early to detect it.
No, I'm healthy, I think.
Should be. Your body is perhaps more resilient to spell plague than any of ours. It doesn't mean you can't contract it and develop if you abuse your powers, but you're alive and standing here because as a child you survived that field, which is quite a lucky feat.
Oh! Hey! Hey, question. Have you ever heard of creatures that have a cylindrical body, a very large red eye, lots of tentacles, I believe about 10, and mouths at the end of the tentacles?
I think he meant spherical body.
Spherical? I said cylindrical, didn't I? Yeah, spherical.
How did they move?
You have major
if-
image.
What? Oh, yeah, I can do that. Major image.
Oh,
Thanks.
No problem.
And I make it move the way they did and retract the tentacles and come back out. And... I forgot I had that.
and like to call them beholder or a subspecies of one. So beholders usually have eyes on the end of the tentacles, not mouths.
Yeah, these did not. Mouths open and close. And they also were able to do this. I make the major image wrap around Salon. Hold on to Salon. That seemed to be the way that they attacked, mostly.
I see.
Then they
He
start
did do
sucking.
this.
One of the tentacles starts stroking the top of Salon's head.
Oh my.
Oh god.
It's hard to say. I've not encountered a creature like that myself. I haven't encountered a beholder as well, so...
Mark, we can hear ourselves now. Mark?
Yeah, I unplugged my headphones for a second.
So... What now?
Well, do you have any interest or plans for what remains in the field?
No.
Then I say we just leave it be and go to the tomb.
Very well.
So this is a college for magic. I'm sure that you have like shops that sell magical components.
No, but I see what you're implying. We could provide you with some things. We could provide you with other things for payment.
So could I get stuff right now? Or do I have to go away and kill like a bajillion undead and come back?
You can pay in gold if you have it.
I've got plenty of gold to pay with.
Yeah.
And you've already been very generous, so
Then talk to the
might
matron.
as well.
If there are any supplies we have that you need, I'm certain she will accommodate you.
Thank you.
You deserve your rest, I suppose. You will need it before you head out. If you still intend to do so.
Of course. This was just a minor delay.
We'll take care of the children you brought. We'll do all we can.
Thank you.
Anything else you wish to share? You have many theories, did you?
Oh, we found
Yes.
some more notes that suggested a connection to.
May
I show him the notes.
do you show
Same
them
cipher.
or do you pass them on?
I show.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Exclamation mark, question mark?
I
Yeah.
show him confidently
Yeah, you show
on
them.
purpose.
Same indeed. May I have them for a moment?
Sure.
Yeah, take the papers from you, like waves his hand and removes some books from a table, puts them on the table, moves towards what serves as his office table, whatever, let's call it like that. Removes some fresh parchment paper from it, as well as a very beautiful feather. Oh, writing feather. It is encrusted with a couple gemstones, and moves them towards the notes. Takes one of the note pages, puts it on the table, puts the fresh paper over it, dips the feather into the inkwell, puts it on top of the fresh paper, and says a couple words. With his hand, the feather stays standing, and after a moment of delay starts writing on the fresh paper. I'd like to make copies in case you don't make it.
In case we die.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I am at your disposal for our longest stay. I'm afraid if you want advice from my colleagues, most of them have left, as I expected. There was a messenger from Albert. They left for Krozunk and Tuckerland and other cities to assist with magical defenses. It's just me and Ender and Aka staying back here. Quite busy, I have to admit.
Care to elaborate?
Elaborate on
What the message said?
Why do you think he wants magical defenses all of a sudden?
the dragon.
The one we convinced him exists in the fairy plane, probably here, or fey plane.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I'm afraid with their departure, our fighting force and our defenses have greatly diminished. But we do what we can.
Mm-hmm. Bob, been great.
Thank you for your time.
Very well.
As they go, I'm gonna stay back.
Alright.
So, might be a strange question. It occurs to me that no one who has ever touched the blade, except for me, is still alive. So, did you hear anything when it cut you?
No. Should I
Insight.
expect?
Insight check.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
He seems to be slightly confused by a question, but honest.
Okay. Just wondering. I just wasn't sure.
Should I expect hallucinations?
I don't think so. Honestly, don't know. I'm the only person who has ever been cut by the knife.
I remove the glove on my left hand and show him what's probably a scar on my hand from how many times I've stabbed it.
Definitely.
I'm the only one that's.
Yeah, especially since at least once I have stabbed it directly through your hand.
Yeah, like straight. But yeah.
So I honestly didn't know how it worked. So thank you for letting me know, because only other people that we've encountered that have been cut by it have died. So, yeah, good to know. Not as a direct result of the blade being cut. It's because we were all attacking them and they were bad people. Sorry, I don't mean to scare you.
That makes me feel slightly better. Thank you.
Yep, it wasn't a result of the blade. I'm sorry. I should have specified.
Yeah, he was just about to ask a question. Have you tried to kill them after that?
Yeah. They died how? A car ran them over afterward? What happened?
Like, I have noticed 100% of people that breathe die later.
Okay, I just wanted to know. Sorry for bothering you.
Fine. I can imagine all of the books have been pouring over my collection, trying to find the information you asked me. Not much success so far.
Well, you have a lot of things you need to focus on right now. This can wait, because I'm pretty sure it's not going anywhere. So don't run yourself ragged.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't have that much time left, so...
What?
I am old. Older. Well, from what I know about the gnomes, older perhaps even than you. Though in your case it's just the beginning. It's not so in mine.
I mean, you mentioned that, but I didn't know it was...
I am older than I look.
Well, yeah.
I
Just...
did not mean to worry you, just... Well... For me, a year or two is not quite certain. So... You have persuaded me to... do my best while I still can. And I don't intend to turn back now.
Okay, just, get some sleep.
I should do that. Huh. He kind of like seems to think for a moment. When was the last time I... Oh, never mind.
Do you need some food brought up here or something?
I believe there was... Can start looking around. Make a perception check.
Because great.
Find some rotten food with your perception.
Yeah, right. Nope. Used all my good luck.
You both like search for food for a while. Not notice anything.
You know what?
Figure it
Here.
out.
No, you know what? Here.
I'm gonna give him one of my rations.
It's not great food, but, just snack on it. And I'll make sure somebody brings you something up in the next couple hours. Something good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Get sleep.
Good luck. You'll
You
need
too.
it.
And I leave.
Alright.
That last sentence felt like it was the DM and not Ruby was talking.
So,
Yeah, right.
it's my belief that it's about you need to go.
Yeah, I have to go now.
Alright.
So, sorry.
So, you go. For the others, if there's something you would like to do in the tower, since it's not like Tracker will be around anytime soon, let's do that. And I guess we agree that after we do that, you plan to leave for the tomb, so that I can
Yes.
prepare for the next session. So let's do whatever we can do without Pip. And I guess that's where we will have to end for today.
Pip, do you need any material components?
That is an excellent question.
Just so we buy it now and not later.
Yeah. Do I need
Oh,
material components for scrolls stuff?
No,
If a
they're
spell
included.
requires it.
Okay, cool.
No. If it's a scroll, the written form of a
Oh,
scroll,
I thought you asked to write a scroll, but no. Yeah.
I had to write one, yes. Yeah.
A scroll of resurrection does not require damage. It was already expanded many times while the scroll was being made.
Hmm.
In any case, if you think of something, to be honest, you can think about it during the week and we will riff on it. It's not...
I don't think I need any spell components until level 6, but I'm just triple checking.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I'm good, but thank you.
Alright, have fun, or whatever you plan to do.
Bye, guys. See you later.
So, yeah,
Bye.
See ya.
Alright, for the others, are there any plans you have to do until you leave?
Yes.
Oh, do you?
First question.
Yes.
Is a dragon considered a person? Or can a dragon be considered
You mean a humanoid or a person?
a person?
can you
Person,
say what spell
yes.
you're talking about?
Legend lore.
That should actually work.
It says a person, place, or object.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind, for later.
Hmm.
It definitely doesn't have the usual humanoid restriction.
I'd imagine it would be described as a creature, to be honest.
Yeah, probably creature. This seems like the kind of spell that would profit from creature. The spell costs fucking 450 gold. Holy shit.
No.
But like the amount of information you could get would be.
Oh no, the second part doesn't consume, okay.
I guess I want to buy my components too. I actually have to check with the group, see if they'd be okay with me getting a focus for. I think scrying says about 1,000 gold.
Let's check scrying. We definitely want the scrying focus. Ah,
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh yeah.
let's get that shit.
Yeah.
How much-
This is the kind of spell that is like you have to expand this sheet, but if it consumed it every time, it would be useless.
Yeah, but this way it's okay. It's a
this way
one-time
it's
cost.
okay.
We're definitely getting that one. Let me look at our money bag. Is there money bags? Yeah, we can afford probably like 4 spells that are around 1,000 gold in cost, and we still have something left over, like
I believe
500.
what you would most definitely want are diamonds for bringing people back, and diamond dust for greater restoration. I don't remember if less restoration needs one.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. As for
That's
legend
great.
lore,
That's 450 gold, or like 250 per use, and the other 200 are one-time buying. But we're definitely buying, if we can, the focus for 1k for scrying. I'd definitely support that part. I think that's important. It's a good spell.
Alrighty.
Can clerics also scry?
Mm-hmm.
oh, and
So
you
we could
can-
just share it
yeah.
between us.
Yeah, you can just hand it between you.
Interesting.
Do we? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Devotion paladins and vengeance paladins have scrying, but not ancient paladins. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he'd have to wait until level 17 anyway, so...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do we want to get any? Shit, I just closed the page. Any rare oils or urgents for the reincarnate spell?
I think Salan has the better version of this with...
Revivify?
Huh?
Or Raise
Okay.
Dead?
Erase Dead is the better version. Revivify is obviously short term, but might be... Like, do they require the same kind of component, or is it...
Raise Dead is a diamond, and it's worth only half of reincarnate.
It's cheaper too, great.
Yeah, 500 gold.
So I don't need to take reincarnate. Awesome.
Yeah, I think you don't need to
I
take
mean-
Reincarnate.
I mean, taking it
If-
for you
if
doesn't
it's-
matter because you can take it next day if you need it.
Technically, if Mark dies, that's...
But if Mark dies,
If Salan dies, then we're...
well, I mean, if Mark dies, we're all fucked. If someone
Yeah.
dies, your character are fucked.
It's a different kind of fucked,
Well, I have Raise Dead also paired. So it's always very...
We're definitely buying Race Dead, I think, for 500 gold. Maybe 2 charges?
I believe it and Revivify are also prepared, so I'll always have those spells.
Is Revivify a diamond, or is it...
Just to be fair, trying to remember, are there any wizard spells that require such expensive components?
Well,
Did not mean to do that. Sorry.
let me check.
So it's not easy to check that.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Because
Well, they do
You need to
certainly...
go spell by spell.
Scrying for sure, right? Scrying...
Yeah, but
the
it's not a
same
diamond. Because like the problem with
Yeah, I'm aware.
some of those spells is not because you need the gold, because you need a stone worth a certain amount of gold. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. You will definitely find at least one diamond, because 500 gold diamond is not super big, but it's big enough. I'm gonna see if there are more. Alright. 2 diamonds. And that's it. 2 diamonds.
Worth how much each?
500.
Okay, so we're buying 2 of them. 2x Raise Dead, diamond, GP each. So that's another 1k. We have spent 2k.
So then Diamond Dust.
What do you need diamond dust for?
Greater Res.
Oh, okay, yeah. However much we can...
Oh, wait.
One charge costs 100?
yeah. Yeah.
Then let's... I think it's 5 more.
Diamond Dust. Yeah. 'cause
Honestly, if we can... How many can we get done?
Yeah, that's a question.
I think that's more the question of anything.
I'd say
anything
4.
else.
4
Okay,
should
we're
be
taking-
a problem.
We're taking 4.
Do you have Greater Restoration prepared, Malor?
No, but I can do it the next day.
You which one had a
It's
split?
probably just a good spell to have in the tomb. That's...
All right. So you want me to keep using that for my level 5?
Well, I have it prepared at the minute.
Okay, the one I took was Mass Cure Wounds, and I sacrificed one of my level 2 spells and took Commune with Nature also prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. If you got Mask
Just as a
Cure
warning,
Wounds.
commune with nature will not work in a tomb.
Right, no, I get it.
Okay.
I think she just had I had that prepared as we were traveling when we that we spent a
Yeah.
couple nights out.
Well, I'll keep good res, and you handle.
So do we want to spend money on legend lore?
Well, that depends.
I'll have to check it. I'll have
They
to...
have wizards have legend lore.
No. I mean, I'll
If a
have
dragon
to think if dragon counts as a person or if it is
Uh-huh,
specifically a
well-
creature.
Either way, I think we should get it.
'Cause, like, I was thinking of using it on other people, but I don't know if other people
Honestly-
are legendary enough.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Legendary!
I'm not sure the tomb counts as legendary enough. Probably does, right? Maybe that would be like, maybe we could get some info out of it on the tomb.
I suppose, yeah.
I
But
think
no,
we
well,
should try and buy at least one charge.
yeah, because there was a lot of legendary stuff that happened around
I would
this.
just like to warn you that it brings to your mind a brief summary.
Yeah, but
Okay,
then the more I use it, the more I know.
Really?
Yes.
The more you know about a topic, the more specific the
I know,
information.
the more you speak about this topic, the more I wish to ban the spell.
That's 250 GP each usage, though. Oh.
Yeah, you're not gonna find any money anytime soon, guys.
No, money. I think other than Trago probably doesn't have anything. Revivify is 300 gold diamond, right?
We will.
So we can technically use the raised that
500.
diamond. No, Revivify should be 300.
300.
Is it 300? Yeah, it's 300.
And it doesn't even have to be one diamond.
Oh, diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get another charge of that?
Sure.
1 times diamond.
Dan hates me now.
Yes. Yes.
So are we buying legend lore stuff, boys and girls?
yeah.
I'm okay with
Let's get one. We'll get one use of it, and then when I'm back, we might retcon this more when you come to your
Okay.
decision, Dan. Is that fair enough?
1x legend
Sure.
lore consumable. That's incense. 250 gold.
So now
And
every single NPC gotta have strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, charisma, intelligence, and legendariness.
200 GP total.
And as for scrying, I guess among wizards, they most definitely will offer you a crystal ball.
Fuck yes. Fancy crystal ball.
And now that you know, it's quartz, but it's super pure. It's almost transparent. Like nothing you saw in the village was this pure, and it kind of makes sense why this small of a ball. It's a small ball, but it's worth
Hey.
a lot.
Melora should do some scrying, I think.
Yeah, but I thought about it too. I also got Dream as my druid circle.
What did that do?
I hate you guys.
Good.
I think it does. She can enter. She or anybody she chooses. Like if I say if Trago wanted to talk to someone in his family, I guess in a dream she could touch him and he could. I guess she could send him into the dream and they could talk for a moment. I think if I'm reading it right.
Into their dream.
Yeah,
Mhm, it's basically a fucking big bad evil guy spell where you can justify entering your PC's dreams and fuck them up. That's what it's used for.
And it's always prepared.
Restoration.
Well, to be fair, it would be hard to contact some of Draga's parents because elves are not affected by the spell.
I know, I was just using him as an example.
Yeah.
What about half elf?
Yeah.
Are they able to use it? Or
No,
can you
I
use
mean
it
like
on-
his mother is an elf. You can't contact his mother, but you can contact his father.
Yeah, but if your parents were half elf.
Namely mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because half elves sleep. Half elves sleep. Yeah. It's basically creatures that don't sleep.
Okay, yeah. 'cause
Constructs,
just-
undead, elves.
1 use. And 1 legend lore for
Oh.
250. This is going to be so much money. Legend
Okay,
lore.
if you want to
cons.
be able to speak to your parents, no matter where you are, you just need to be a level 9 bard, warlock, wizard, or druid.
And
That's
the other
all
part
it
is
takes.
100.
is. What does it take, Dan?
Second?
What? You mean a level 9 or you need level 9 spells?
Level
To
9
contact.
character.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this is
Like
a
what's
level
with...
5 spell.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wondering.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm lost.
So I think we still want to get the scrying thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
course.
we got
You
it. We got
already.
it. We are okay. So I can make a quick list. So we are buying 1 crystal ball for scrying, 1,000 gold. We are buying 2 charges of raised dead diamonds, or 2 diamonds. That's 1,000 gold. We are buying 4 charges of diamond dust for greater restoration. That's 400 gold in total. We are buying 1 diamond worth 300 gold for revivify. We are buying 250 gold worth of incense for legend lore consumable, and 200 gold worth of ivory strips that are permanently for legend lore. And that's 3,150 gold in total.
Can you put that into a little hand dice? Or can we get little hand dice?
I'm definitely putting it in all of those things. I'm putting
bag.
it into our loot bag.
Okay, cool.
I'll edit that in there and then.
Just so we know.
We have a loot
And-
bag?
Bag
Oh,
of
bag of
looting.
looting.
Back of
Yeah. That's... Okay, and I need to track 3,150. Let's just get rid of the gold trade bars, I guess. That's 1,500. Goodbye, gold trade bars. No, it makes more sense the other way around, right? To keep the valuable stuff that doesn't weigh a lot.
The most heavy stuff is just gold. I'd say like gold,
Yeah,
then
the
bars,
2,000.
then platinum.
Okay, not that it actually matters because we have Ralph and a bag of looting. The weight
Well,
really doesn't matter.
You
does
have
it?
sometimes put things into Ralph. You have not yet tried to get them out of Ralph.
Okay, sure.
Like a holding safer bet.
We're paying 2,000 gold in from normal gold. Goodbye,
Right.
gold.
Mid-fight. Drago, we're dying! Get that potions out of Ralph! Yeah, guys, just a moment! Zhunk! Ah!
Where's Ralph? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can
like,
get those super greater healing potions.
where's Ralph? And then you see Ralph sitting on that very nice throne of the big bad little guy.
Yes, please.
Just rolling all over it.
2,000 gold in gold. That's a great sentence.
And then the lamb cat's animated object on the throne.
Yeah.
Then
I already joked that the way you're gonna
50.
find your big bad guy is by whoever buys the most amount of nails to nail down all of their furniture.
as soon as he finds out, that is. Okay. And the other ones, these are worth 100 each, so we need 5,
What
6. Okay.
Oh no. I mean, you can still animate large things. Yeah, being a giant doesn't help.
Gold and trade bars. And then the last 50 gold I'm detracting from gold.
A
Okay.
house is technically an object,
A
isn't
house
it?
is a small house, a very small house.
I
So
can,
you
I
could,
can,
like-
I can. Yeah, but if they're bolted to the ground, they have the issue of not being able to move. They have 0 movement
know,
speed if they're like
technically,
securely
you can
attached.
walk into Sultan's place, animate all of his pillows, and murder him with his pillows.
Now, see, that's a great plan right there. Okay, so the money is gone. Look at our empty money bag, please. It's horrific. And oh wait, I need to save the changes first. Now they're saved, and I'm putting in the other stuff.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. And then components for expensive spells.
Okay, so the components, the scrying thingy, anything else?
I would like to have this bracer identified. I don't know if I have to pay for that.
Yeah. About that.
There's no wizards left in the tower, so they can't identify us.
No, I'm not taking that excuse.
You bought every single one of their casting focuses.
We'll just use one of ours.
No, I'm just surprised you basically didn't ask Rubius to look at it.
Yeah, I forgot in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm very clever.
Yeah.
For greater restoration. And raise that Salan is carrying. Scrying focus output on Melora. Greater restoration and putting on you for now, Salan. Okay.
Yep, cool.
All of the charges. You also have Perma Revivify prepared, right?
Yep.
For Revivify.
So, nobody else wants to do anything. I would like to go talk to the Arch Chancellor, dude.
We just...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it
Can I
doesn't
go
have to
back?
be right now, or you can go.
Yeah,
talk to
yeah,
him
at
after a
some
while.
stage, maybe in the morning or something.
And you, Alice, did you plan to just like ask a random user to identify your stuff, or
Hey, kid.
will you be joining?
Hey kid, can you identify stuff? I don't think I'll be joining unless Salan wants me to. I'll probably look him up later, because whatever that thing might have done might have been good for my height, you know. But yeah, I'll definitely. I'd probably go back to ask Rubius. Doesn't know any one of the other wizards really.
No. Yeah. So, Sam, what do you want to do? I mean, what do you want to talk about?
He called me. He called me a name when we first.
He called you a name?
I know. Okay, my turn.
Was it the G word?
I think so.
Ah,
I know. It's gonna get scolded for it
it's 3 for 7. He should know better.
now.
Who calls Sam the G words? It's called the quasi
I know,
elementals
it's-
right now.
It's the J word now, like.
Alright, yeah, so back to business.
So, do you know much about my kind?
No. You're rare. A little less rare than your sorcerer friend, but rare nonetheless. What did you want to know?
Well, from I've done quite a bit of studying this myself. From what I can glean is this: my race came about in two ways. Either I was born a Genasi, or there's something got to do with being born near some element or some magic, and then that turned me into a Genasi. Maybe a Wittel.
That sounds accurate, yes.
There'd be a way to tell which one it was.
Well, were you born next to a volcano? Well, you're not a finance now, so that's a stupid question. Usually, if you would have been born out of elemental forces, and that would be close to an entrance to a, in your case, element of water, plane of water. And it's usually expressed in a giant whirlpool or a place of eternal storms or a deep chasm in the bottom of the ocean. Were you perhaps born next to one of those places?
Well, Dan, was I perhaps born next to one of those places?
I don't know, it's your big story.
Well, I don't know if there was. If you want to put one there,
Does Salon know that you were born one to all of those places?
no,
It doesn't matter what I know.
no, like, well, no,
I
I'm gonna
know
say no.
everything.
He was definitely born next to the sea, but
Many people are born next to the sea.
yeah, but no, he wouldn't have known about any water pools or anything like that.
Were there others like you in your bloodline or in your village, town, city?
Not that I know of. It's just me, kind of stuck ice in the village.
Well, in that case, I suppose surge of elemental magic is an unlikely circumstance. Otherwise, there would be stories of your kind in your village. Those places don't move much. To be fair, most Genasi would usually be born not even in our plane, but rather on the other side, next to the gates. Genie is an option. What if Genie in this case, married? As to how you would find it out, I honestly do not know. Well, I suppose you could ask your mother. You must have been born from someone.
Yeah, she's dead.
My condolences. But even then, the genies would rarely travel in their true form. It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't mean your parent was a genie. It could have been someone down your line of ancestors, and as with hair color and eye color, it just showed itself down the line.
Interesting.
I wish there was magic that could explain
Detect
this to you.
Genasi.
That would have been a very useful spell, yes. But
I guess I'll have to do some digging into my family tree.
perhaps I could tell you that asking Marid if he knows someone who traveled to those places and perhaps stayed for a while longer could be an option. They are long-lived creatures with long memories. But seeing that they don't live in our plane, it's a trip whose dangers are comparable to a trip to the tomb.
So just a normal Saturday.
Perhaps.
Okay, well, thanks for chat. Bye.
I made a pretty sheet in our project. It's very pretty. Or like, I don't know what the English word for this is actually, but
List? What?
no, I made it like a Excel thing.
Spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet, yes, something like it.
Sure. And I believe Aris, you wanted. Oh, yeah, I see. Cool. A table. It's a table.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
And
And I wrote
Aris,
revivify wrong. Yes.
what is it? How is it you wanted to talk to the man?
Ah, cool.
Nice.
Just remember, Alice, no one else will be in the room.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, the room where it happened.
What?
The room where it happened.
Okay, yeah, I got what you're trying to say. Yeah, basically, he definitely. I don't think, honestly, Alice isn't that shy about this part, so he wouldn't mind. Maybe just like as he's walking down the stairs from the first meeting, sort of remembering, oh fuck, I have this weird thing on my arm. That's, oh shit, I wanted to ask about this, just sort of turn around after Pips joined the group again.
Well, to be fair, like if you remember about this downstairs, by the time you go back up, people will have already finished the conversation. If
Exactly, and then yeah, huffing back up the stairs. One more second.
Hey,
Rubius.
where are you going? Let's peep.
Oh, I wanted to ask him about the bracer. That's all.
Oh, yeah, you got short memory. I see.
Still longer legs and a longer memory than you, I think. So I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go upstairs and. Do you have one more second, Rubius?
Meet Salan on the way down.
No, I'm pretty sure you would have come to him much later. Yes.
Quick thing. So the yellow-robed wizard dude who was doing whatever, experimenting on the spell plague or trying to create baby sorcerers, but he was wearing this here that I'm wearing now, and I noticed that it interacts.
Wizard.
Well, maybe, who knows? Like the last people who were associated with Okho were wizards of some kind, most of them at least. 2 out of 3 so far, so maybe this is 3 out of 4, maybe it's 2 out of 4, doesn't matter, right? He was wearing and using this. And it seems to interact with the way my magic works particularly. And so I was wondering if you could have a look at it. Because, obviously, it doesn't have a mouse to tell me what it does. Apart from finding it out after a very long time.
Well, let's see what we can do. Follow me. He causes rooms to change, and you are back in the anime room with the magical well.
Mm-hmm.
He waits for you to remove the object from your arm.
Sure, I'll take it off.
Take it all off! Alright. You pass on the bracer, and he, like one hand on that orb, the control orb, just kind of like tosses it into the well, and instead of dropping, just like you, it kind of like is captured by the color stream and levitates. Well, let us see. Much like with you, you see the magic envelop beside him and surround it, kind of like trying to get inside of it, pierce it. He does something with the orb as the magic seems to focus and follow his orders. Well, it's made of quartz with rather interesting properties. It's pure on one hand, but has, as I rush for my dictionary, I'm not sure what is gonna be additives, but impurities. Yes, that's the word. Impurities.
What? Impurity. Okay.
Yes. It's arcane, most definitely, but the design goes way beyond magic. You say you got it from that wizard.
From the yellow-robed man, since you took offense to
Yes.
calling him a wizard, yeah.
You find his notes, his spellbook.
Do wizards always have a spellbook?
Yes. A self-respecting wizard has several usually.
But I wouldn't even know how to recognize it. I think the other ones took all the notes and they gave it to you, so maybe he didn't have one.
Well, it seems to me that his bracers created this purpose to not focus, but rather modify the flow of magical energy within one's body.
So what you're saying is you think he was similar to what I am?
Not necessarily. I believe I could use this one. But yes, I believe it allows one to get a better control of those wild, uncontrollable magic that you possess. Which, considering their attempts to, well, not attempts, but those children who did the spell plague replicated your abilities, perhaps this device was created in order to control them or ensure safety. Their magic does not destroy them until it is necessary. It's definitely not an usual kind of magical item, not something I have seen or could have created, but he kind of has the item returned to him and starts looking at the slots. Would it? He walks out of the room and starts like rattling through one of his shelves. That is just like filled with crystals and orbs and focuses of different kinds. Until he kind of finds a box and puts it on the table, and it's just full of crystals. you know it now how it looks like. And by the way, you're out of the anime room. You knowing how it looks like, you understand that yes, those crystals are all must be quartz, but they are in different state of purity, and most of them are not as pure as what you would later take by Conelora. Like hers is almost glass.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like picks one up, looks at it, picks another one up, and you see like they're different in length and girth and shape. And then he finds one, like rather short, narrow. Like takes it, looks at the bracer, and inserts it into one of the smaller slots on the sides. The ones that are hexagonal in their shape. And it seems to fit. You know how spell scrolls work, right?
No, I just sort of understand what's
How
written
they
and
work.
it happens.
Not how they are created.
Mm.
Any case, scrolls are one-time use. That's why they are paper and ink as much as could be hold. When you create an arcane artifact, a staff like you hold, you require something much more durable and conductive to magic. For many arcane focuses, quartz is used, and hence on many staffs you would see a quartz crystal as a gemstone, as a cornerstone. You start, it's a long, arduous process to enchant a magical item. It doesn't always succeed. But sometimes you start with this single crystal. You try to put a spell inside and see how it works. I've worked quite in a few, but it seems that this particular one fits inside of a bracer. Looking at your empty eyes, what I mean is...
Oh no, I get what you mean.
Perhaps...
Which one? Which spell?
Oh, you misunderstand me. I'm not saying you can store your spell inside this crystal.
No, that's also
This
not what I
crystal
understood.
already contains a spell that I have enchanted onto it. It's possible that by inserting it into the bracer, you could channel it.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a drawing.
What's in there?
That's a good question. I honestly don't remember.
Fireball.
Let's firebomb ourselves.
Meteor swarm.
Yeah, sure.
Put this on for now. He gives you the bracer with the inserted crystal, and while you're strapping it back on, he once again changes the ropes.
Back to the anime room.
No, he changes to, as you go in, a room where you guess it will be
Training
fine
room.
if you fireball.
Yeah, I got the message. Yeah, let's give it the good old college try. Wizard college try.
Right? What are you doing? What did you press? Did you press anything?
What are you expecting me to press? I thought there's something in there.
Oh, you just like press. Yeah, I heard there's a keyboard on the side. That's all I heard.
Oh no, that's my key. That's my pen that fell out of my hand. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's my
So I guess you put it on, like how in that movie Spider-Man's like, so you hold it, move your hand. Try sending your energy into it like you would send into a spell. You should be able to feel contact with the bracer.
Let's slowly work our way up from first, and then second, and then third until it
And
does something.
aim for the other side of the room if you would.
Sure.
Wild
give it a
magic
try.
surges.
Okay.
Please no.
So you send in first level, first circle, enough energy. It kind of starts lighting up, but not enough. Second, it lights up even more, not enough. Third, your hand almost recoils as you feel the magic surge through the crystal, through the brace, and not through your hand, but it was from your hand into the bracer. And there's no visual effect to the bracer, there's no beam that erupts, but where you point it, and you point it at least like 40 feet away from you, knowing like range of fireball-like spells, the ground just erupts into the air and collapses. Eruption curse. I remember that spell.
Doesn't ring a bell. But okay, I guess. Cool. I was more talking about the other part because how I felt what it could do to when the magic goes too wild.
Well, you have the space. It's safe. You could try. I'll counterspell if you...
Doesn't work exactly like that. I do need some kind of pressure for it to, you know.
Can like make a movement, like be my guest.
No, I mean I physically can't if I don't feel any danger or need.
Would you like me to supply you with danger?
Might work at least.
Power word kill.
That's a real danger right there. Yeah.
Let us start small, I suppose. He summons a small mote of fire in his hands. Should I...
If this is an attack spell, I can't do anything with it. Think bigger, I think. Just a bit.
Very well. The mote shrinks into that concentrated bead of fire that you're very used to.
I'll take a few steps away. I'm gonna take advantage on my saving throw.
Right. He chucks the fireball at you.
Could very easily kill him.
Nah, not a third level one. And I'm gonna use Absorb Elements right on top of it after it.
Just a moment.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Check his spell DC.
It's probably higher than a 16, so he should be fine. Okay, this time it worked.
Why did you use it twice?
Because I pressed the wrong button, then it didn't test for natural surge.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't evade it. Not with a 16 or whatever. What cancer would he be if you could evade it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's actually
one that has decent. No, that's way above average, dude. 28 is average, so that's 18 damage.
36 is average.
No.
Oh wait, it's D6, not D8. Yeah.
Yeah.
28 is average. Okay, so you take half of that.
18 damage hype.
And you use absorb elements, so you tried your natural surge. Nothing happened.
Yeah, but it is already after, so it could already trigger technically. But
actually, like as you cast absorb elements, once again you feel something click in the bracer, connect to you, and once again you feel option A and option B.
Sure, let's do option A, and then it's gonna Yeah, let's find out. A. B didn't do anything.
Smaller.
No,
Try
no.
option A, and the energy dissipates whatever was in the crystal. Nothing happens.
Sure, so now
Was that sufficient?
No, now we're gonna wait until the magic starts building. Pip said she could see it when she had her glowy eyes. I don't know what that's doing. Anyway, she said she could see it build, and I can feel it, so we can just wait a minute and then.
Oh,
it'll
you
happen
mean
for
you
sure.
use the Tides of Chaos for your...
Yeah, for the
right?
advantage on the savings throw.
Okay.
That's why I wanted danger, because I want NRP for it to need
I
some
mean,
pressure for to
out
be
of
able
character,
to.
you could have asked to hit him.
Yeah, but that feels like the
Okay,
worst
okay.
option, you know.
I mean, in theory, you could have shot a dummy.
Yeah, but then there's no pressure, and I don't like that.
Okay, sure. Alright, you wait around as you feel the build-up of energy inside of you.
And then let's just Misty step across the room real quick and
Okay.
search.
Alright, so as you miss a step and cast a spell, once again, click
A or
option
B.
A, option B.
Sure, let's try A again.
You try A again, and you know that usually after you wait this long, you
I feel something happens.
you release,
This
something
time-
happens, and
this time
you
nothing
feel
happens.
magic build up and dissipate slowly throughout your body.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I can get rid of any effect that happens through a search if I want to, with option A. Or most of them, maybe, for a limited amount of time. But A just gets rid of the search, puts it somewhere else. And B is normal. Okay. At least that's what I assume.
Well,
Because nothing happens. Did I, by chance, shrink or grow? Because I can't really tell from my perspective. And they said last time I shrunk, and I think I'm a little closer to the ground, you know, so maybe
maybe I have to admit I don't quite remember how you looked like before. You look.
I'm sure
now.
sure they'll tell me if I actually kill someone, so it'll be fine.
You look fine.
Okay. Sure, I don't know. I don't think I think I more or less understand what it does at least, but
Perhaps you. Very well. I'm glad this was helpful.
Thank you for your time. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Right. So, anything else?
Should I add Erupting Earth to my spell list? Or
Not quite.
okay. I have charges on it, probably like a spell scroll. Something like that.
I'll tell you later. I honestly need to fix a couple things.
Okay.
So, you did that, Sound did that, and Miloro, did you want something as well?
I can't think of anything right off the bat. No, I mean, other than, I guess, well, she don't have the spell prepared, so never mind. Nope.
Some new creature food for Ralph, maybe, you know.
Yeah, creature food for him.
A new addition, some new additional legs he might want to collect, and that kind of deal.
Feed him a couple wizards.
For example.
See if you
Bro.
can
Yeah,
Oh,
let's buy a
more
stockpile of wizards.
They have plenty of wizards here, so we can.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess just getting feeding supplies for him.
He doesn't need to.
Okay, I am interested. What do you consider feeding supplies for Alf?
I guess any meats.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Wizard's legs.
No, the larder is completely at your disposal.
All right. How much would is 2 pounds of meat a lot?
It's not a lot. It's very little
Okay.
actually.
I
Pound
guess.
of meat, isn't that?
It's
That's decent.
400 grams about. It's what you would eat in a dinner.
Oh, okay.
More than you eat in a dinner, but yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
Depends on the Not in my
you go
dinner.
to a
Well-
steakhouse, then they'll serve you some fucking 200, 250 gram stuff mostly, unless you pay a lot of money for bigger ones.
Like a 12-ounce steak.
Mm. Yes, if you
Um.
eat a lot of meat, then it's maybe as much as you eat in one.
Yes.
I have a feeling he has a bottomless pit.
That's what I mean. I don't know if he's constantly hungry or not. I've seen him eat anything.
Hunger is
Freaking
constant.
crystals.
I'm pretty sure it's just like, when you're bored and you sort of play with food, or you snack because you're bored. I think it's more like that than that he has to eat for nutrition.
True.
More like, let's fucking devour this shit. Good
Is,
activity.
is Ralph gonna turn into Craven Edge? I hunger always.
Yes, and as you feed him, he becomes bigger. And Ralph is actually the big bad evil guy of the campaign, and he will grow so big he will risk consuming the world, and you will have to stop him. Ralph is actually Pip's patron.
Oh my god. Yes. Actually, now that we bring that up, is it possible for me to go back to the guy and see if I can get any notes that they had taken on him? Like, see if they knew if they had to feed him or anything like that?
What I will tell you is they locked him up actually a couple years ago and never opened the door.
He doesn't need food.
That takes. He doesn't need food.
They tried
No,
to gas him, they tried to drown him, they tried to burn him, they tried to disintegrate him, they tried to crush him. He didn't care.
They never tried to love him.
Then yeah, I really can't think of anything else for me then.
Alright. Well, in that case, this is where we're gonna end for tonight, since we're missing too many people, and you have a very important session ahead of you.
Mark, are you gonna be around next Saturday? Or is that the one you're missing?
I'm on holidays next Saturday.
Okay, so we're not
Yes,
playing
okay.
next Saturday.
So next
And-
week, no D&D.